Oh, what time is it? Oh no, I have to get up to decorate. Oh my God, I must have overslept. I was up late last night again, working on the railing. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Life with Marion and Joe. And today, if I can get out of bed, I'm going to work on the railing in the foyer. And I had a dream, and I'm going to do the railing different than I've ever done it before. I'm going to do it asymmetrical, and I'm not going to do a straight run, and I'm not going to do swags either. It's something different. So stick around and see how it turns out. Oh, don't forget, subscribe. I'm looking for a Christmas miracle of 20,000 by Christmas Day. Comment, give me a thumbs up. All right, everybody, let's get going. Rise and shine. Okay, so it's time to get started on the garland for the stairway. And I have the big tree up, and I'm going to do the garland first. And I'm going to do it different this year. Hopefully it comes out different, because what happens is I've done straight runs, I've done the swags and so on, but it interferes with the tree, and then it gets hidden back up in there. So it's kind of like just in the way and useless. So I'm going to try something different. I think I'm going to apply attention here at the newel post, and then I'm going to apply attention again there at that corner. So if you just stumbled on me and you haven't seen this, I actually put this in place in the fall, and I had an elaborate arrangement here. So the way I did that was I have some floral foam on the bottom, and then I wired this lantern to that floral foam, and then I covered it with this piece of garland right here, and then I have the wire coming down so that when the light goes on, it looks like there's a lantern at the newel post. Okay, so I'm going to begin layering in the garland now. All right, so I have this arrangement of the garland so far. Excuse the microwave, it's just going off. And I'm not really feeling it right now, but let's see, excuse me, where this goes. All right, so now I'm going to start putting in the picks, and I started on the run that's right on the railing. And it's kind of like a game of tennis. What I have to do is go back and forth, because I'm creating this elongate spray. So what I do on the right side, I do on the left side. And as you can see, I keep layering in red flowers, whimsical curlicues, and so on. Next, I had these berries on a vine, so I interwove it into the garland around that area, because that's like a recurring theme in the room, a lot of those berries. All right, so now for the other post up on top of the railing, I needed to create a flat surface for the lantern to sit on. So I had this Eggo box that Marianne saved for me, and I used it to create a support for the lantern that's going to be sitting there. So what I had to do is just cut out the sides, and I wired it in there so that it's nice and sturdy, and now it provides a flat surface for my lantern to sit at that post. And like I did with the other one, I put a piece of garland around the bottom. And just like I did at the bottom, I'm going to begin layering in the garland. And you see I'm adding more and more as I go along to try to get the look that is in my brain. Okay, so at the newel post, I did a lot of layering here, and it was really late at night while I was doing it. And I'll be honest with you, it must have taken me 2 hours or 3 hours, I want to say, to get this newel post done. So again, I used the poinsettia picks here, and then I went in and I used some silver pine cones in this arrangement, as well as some silver leaves. I'm trying to pick up light. And then I did groupings of 3 ornaments, a green, a red, and a silver. And what I did was I put a pipe cleaner through there, held them together, and then pulled it in, and then tightened it up. And then I also went in and added these curlicue, which you might recognize from my Wizard of Oz tree, but I thought it added just a sense of movement here and another kind of texture. And then Down here, you see I have berries, and then so on and more of these repeating factors over and over and over. So I got up really early this morning and I was working on this other post, which is up high. It's up on up there, and it was hard because I had to lean over and then come down and get on the ladder. And then when Marianne came down, she took a critical eye to it, and we had decided that it was a little bit overboard. It was, because I couldn't see what I was doing, it was kind of too misshapen or whatever. So what she did was she stood down here at the bottom, and I stood up on the top, and I started pulling pieces out and replacing pieces, and she was directing me where to pull my hand over and where to put that in. So that was definitely a collaborative process. It was way harder than I anticipated it to be, but I think it came out, it looks not as good in the video, what I'm looking right now, but it really looks nice. I'm going to put the lights on so you can see what that looks like. Then the railing that cuts across the top of the turn in the steps, I just did the loops here. So we have a lot of different things going on. We have the newel post here, then that other post up there, and then we have this arrangement here. Let me do that for you. Okay, so I'm gonna put the lights on so you can see what that all looks like. Okay, so here it is. It's daylight, so it's hard to pick it all up. But here is the newel post down on the bottom, and I think it is really dramatic, and I think it's very colorful. The colors are a little bit off in the video from what I'm seeing, as I'm filming this, but it's very, very festive looking, and what I really like about it is it's not hidden by the tree, because a lot of times what happens is if I do the loops or the straight run or whatever, I'm behind that tree all in there, and it kind of gets lost, and then it gets overwhelming. And I think Marianne was a little bit surprised when she saw it this morning. She said, I didn't tell her that I wasn't doing the whole railing, and I thought I did, but I change my mind so many times that I forget what I say, what I don't say, and what I'm doing. So I'm glad I tried this, and you can see right here, I did this kind of like a spray where it has the center point right there, and then it extends, and it just stops right before the tree, because then the tree is overwhelming when it's decorated. If you know me, you know that tree is going to have like 1,000 ornaments on it, so it's very powerful when you first walk in and you see that. Actually, you don't even pay attention to the railing, but anyway, I like the way this came out, and then down there I just put a urn with poinsettias and down there, and then I'll fix that bottom like that. So that is how that looks when you first come in, okay? And then to echo that on the angle, it's up there, right? So there's that other one. Let me go on the steps so you can see it. So you can see the lantern echoes what's going on down here. And then I kind of mimicked the same thing again. I can't get a really good angle on it for you to see. Okay, let me back into here. All right, so there is that upper post right up there. And then you see I left the rest of the railing blank, because again, the tree. And then here at the turn of the steps, I simply did this, a garland, a really nice garland there with 100 lights in it, and then some ornaments and some of the red flowers and the silver picks and so on. Okay, everybody, thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna go back to bed for a little bit before I start the big tree. Okay, everybody, bye-bye. Good night.